Still,
You know, we're gonna let the spirit. You know what I'm saying?
you know what I'm saying? Saying still.
It's still hey, how about Shema Shah being exalted? Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I get it. We are.
We are.
Yeah. All right. Hey, shalom, shalom.
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 All right. First and foremost, before we get started, giving all praise and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Hashem.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Ha'ashai, Ba'ashem, Takidash.
All right. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of a great millstone. Okay, who grew well and taught us this truth and peace, much love and salutations as always to the hopeful elect. All right, brothers out here, great millstone Nashville. Another Sabbath lesson. You know, through the spirit of power, how about Shema Shah, Lord's will. It'd be edifying. We just gonna tap into the severity of this thing of ours, man. Okay, the severity of serving Yahweh Shema Shai, and just understanding your role in this thing. You know, we've been blessed with a very good gift from the heavens. You know, this knowledge and instruction is a gift, okay, from Yahweh Shema Shai. So with this gift, we gotta act accordingly, essentially. You know, and ultimately be grateful first and foremost. All right, but there's a certain mindset you have to operate upon. Certain way you have to carry yourself. All right, because we're talking about which we're gonna get, Lord willing, and Lord willing is edifying, man. But we're gonna get, you know, what I'm saying, Lord willing, later on. We're talking about joint heirs, you know, being in joint leadership with Yahweh Shai, the King of Kings, you know, Lord of Lords. That's a very big deal. So coming into this thing, you have to understand what you're getting a part of. You know, what you're becoming a part of. Go ahead, bro.
I wanted to bring this up quick too. Um, the brothers know what. First of all, what Ivy League colleges, and they have, I guess you could say, logos.
Yeah.
Certain Latin words and things that really are spiritual. And the biggest one that people bring out is Harvard. They actually have their logo as the Latin word very top, which means truth. And they're accepted, which they don't have the truth. But it just goes to show that, you know, the Edomites that originally set up those causes know the importance of this knowledge that we have, which, you know, like the Marines say, the few deprive the Marines.
Yeah.
The scriptures talk about many are created, but few are chosen. Few shall be saved. You know, but even within many are called, but few are chosen.
Yeah.
So the acceptance rates for Harvard is 4%.
Yeah.
So basically, barely anybody makes it in. So barely, and beyond that, barely anybody makes it into this truth. Because even I think it was Theodore Roosevelt, he was one that said that college education ain't shit compared to an understanding of the Bible. So I got a word for originally gravity, which basically, like the brother said, severity. It goes into the same thing. Gravity comes from the Latin gravitas, weight, seriousness. So a lot of people, they come into this truth and they don't understand gravity, the seriousness of what they're part of. More than, you know, just hanging around brothers eating chicken, as, you know, brothers have said, elders have said. More than eating chicken, drinking some beers. You know, it's more than doing a lesson, holding the class too. Yeah. This is like the brother said, this is being a part of the world to come. We're not talking about Black Wall Street. We're talking about a whole planet ruled by the Israelites, governed by righteousness. You are in, you know, a campaign running to be a part of that government that's going to be set up under Yahweh Shai. You're going to be joint heirs with that. That's not a light thing. And that's why you can see the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai is becoming more strict upon the body. Certain things don't want to line up with certain things that the Lord has set up as jurisdictions, and you're gonna get kicked out. You're gonna get gone.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40. And a lot of brothers bring this out, and it's very beautiful that it's brought out, but you got to apply this. That's the thing. Jake be forgetting to apply what they speak. 1 Corinthians 14, 40. Let all things be done decently and in order. Yahweh Shem Shai deals with order. The Most High deals with balance. Proverbs 11 and 1. You know? So when you speak about the return of Yahweh Shai and he's the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, we're about to be joint heirs with him and we're about to be sipping yayan and all that, then you gotta apply these things that make you qualified to do those things. You want the kingdom, be in order, follow the lost and commandments of your ability. You want multiple women, then apply it. You want to sip yayan, the best yayan, you want to fly, all that, you gotta apply these things to your life. You gotta have that go get it mentality. I'm hungry. What niggas say with rappers when they first come out? Oh yeah, that nigga hungry. You see him on the mic. Oh yeah, he hungry. You see that? That's that old Meek. That's that old Montana. That's that old Jay-Z. He was hungry back then. That's how we gotta be with Yahweh Shem Shai. We gotta be hungry. You know? Y'all can still hear us, right? Okay. Yeah, good. That's all. Let me see. Kind of touching what you said earlier. Y'all brothers got something?
I do.
Go ahead.
1 Corinthians 9 and verse 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man.
Go ahead.
Verse 25. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, but we an incorruptible.
Right. So we all ultimately running this race, okay? But hey, we you don't run a race to get 5th place. You don't even shoot for a bronze or silver medal. You shooting for gold, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Oh God, come on, Satan. I had this shit cut down the whole time. Now it just automatically raised up. Anyways. Hey, read that first one again though, brother.
And I also got that word for temperate or temperate as well. But 1 Corinthians 9 and 24. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain.
Right, run that you may attain. And get that word?
For temperate, and it says to be self-controlled, to exhibit self-government conduct, one temperately.
Mm-hmm. And what was that second one that you brought out?
It says again, and every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things.
Right. What does it say? Self-control.
Yep, self-control.
You know, there's a certain way. Hey, you got to operate. There's a certain way we have to operate in this thing, because the Most High ain't finna just give rulership to niggas. Okay, and that's why the scriptures say, flesh and blood shall not inherit the kingdom of heaven, because that's why we're not able to rule anything right now, because we're in this flesh. We're not able to think on a godly mindset right now all the way. It's because of this flesh, man. And so if you come into this thing and you talking about, yeah, we kings and we priests, and yeah, I'm from this and that, but you act like a Negro, a nigga, you're gonna be destroyed. This is bigger than yourself, man. And a lot of people have to get the fuck over that.
Because Ariella, he said you don't want to have hoe ass nigga tendencies.
And a lot of people do. You need to get the fuck over it. This is bigger than you. There's bigger things going on around you, surrounding this the word of Yahweh Shema Shai. The prophecies are coming to pass, and you just walking around like a whole, as the elder said, like a whole ass nigga.
That's why the scriptures say you got to self-examine yourself, because you could be doing something that you don't realize you're doing, but you got 2 to 3 witnesses. You got multitude of brothers, or a brother, even one alone does a lot, telling you that this is not the way that you need to operate, and you either you get upset, you can't handle the rebuke or whatever. That's not the right spirit to be in, man. That wouldn't be, if Yahweh Shai was right here right now rebuking you, would you have an attitude? Would you get mad? Would you try to argue back or whatever? I would assume that you wouldn't. So if you around men that you believe are men of the Lord and they're trying to lead you in the right path, you should take heed to what they're saying at the best of your ability. All right? We understand that certain things go down in your life, but you also at the same time got to realize what's more important. All right.
Too, because back then you said if Yahweh Shai was rebuking you, if I'm not mistaken, that's what
That's what I said. That's what
Yeah.
Back then, during that time, they didn't have the scriptures like we have today. So when they looked at Yahweh Shai, they believed he was the Son of God based upon faith. Just like how we believe one another are prophets, men of the Lord, based upon faith. They didn't have the scriptures and all these testimonies. None of that happened yet. They were just there with him.
Yeah.
Because that's why when Yahweh Shai asked Peter, who the men say I am, and Peter say, this and that. He's like, well, who do you think? Like, what do you say? Well, you're the Son of God. He said the Spirit revealed that to you.
Yeah.
So it was all faith. It was faith that the apostle believed that he was who he said he was. Mm-hmm. And so the same thing applies today. Brothers constantly say treat other brothers, like they're Yahweh Shai. Yahweh not said like there are many Yahweh Shais. You have faith that man is a prophet of the Lord. So it's the same thing back then.
Because the lineage was present. He could have proved it through the lineage.
Yeah.
But it ain't about that.
That's
just like it. That's just something that we use, that's used today to further prove the point. Because we don't need, right, but we don't need the lineage to believe on Yahweh Shai, being the Son of the Most High, the only begotten.
His fruits.
Yes.
You know how many times Yahweh Shai could have pulled so many acts to prove that he's the Son of God? Prime example, he's up on the cross. Even though when they were mocking him and spitting on him and just putting all types of pressure and torture on him. Yeah, degrading him. That was a good word, the water. Degrading him. He could have go the way how I wanted. Because the Lord had other plans. You were supposed to go see that girl. And then things didn't happen. You weren't meant to see her that day. You were supposed to go to bed at like 9 o'clock. You end up going to bed at 11. That's just how it is, man. You gotta accept when things like that happen. You gotta accept that shit, man. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, Salaki, we had cut out. I was getting a call. I forgot to turn this gen off. But was you about to pull something?
Yeah, I had some.
Yeah,
2 Peter 3:11. Seeing then.
Yeah, I had that.
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are you to be?
Jump up, do the 10.
Right.
Do 10.
2
Peter. Because it says seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved. We gotta figure, because that's the thing. We gotta figure out. We know what's coming. What was it? What was it where Apostle Paul said? I have no need to write unto you these things.
Yeah.
Roughly paraphrasing. We already know what the fuck is about to happen. We know what's about to pop off, and we know what's expected of us. At the end of the day, going back to Deuteronomy 7, we're a peculiar people to the Most High. We're a select nation that the Most High chose to deal with. And within that nation, there's a select number of men that he really chooses to deal with on a very close level. And if you believe yourself to be one of those members, then guess what, Negro? You're expected to do a lot. The problem is people are coming into this thing and acting as if they don't got shit to do.
When Jacob's trouble comes, we're going to be in a super, super uncomfortable vibration. That's why it's really important to be accepted to being in an uncomfortable situation now. Now is the time to be uncomfortable. What Apostle Gabar said, you don't want to be too comfortable. You want to be one comfortable. All right? And I'm saying this too because I'm a man myself. I've been doing things that I was uncomfortable with. But I had to do it for the sake of order. I had to do it for the sake of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And Lord willing, I continue, and all of us brothers continue to keep having that mindset, man, because that's something that's very crucial. That's something detrimental. And it goes to pride too, man. That goes to pride too. There's many ways of showing pride. You don't got to walk around saying, I'm better than you, Ak. No, you don't got to always say that. Actions speak louder than your words. The scriptures say, knowledge puff it up. Oh, I'm too good to do this or do that. I know there's more pressure than him. Why do I still got to go to class? Because I already know this breakdown. It doesn't matter. Learn it again. Read it again.
You don't know more than the apostles.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't your house shot, nigga. Pretty much. Put it like that. Go ahead, bro.
2 Peter chapter 3, and I'm actually start at verse 9.
Yeah.
The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness.
Yeah. Because what's the promise? The destruction of this place and the salvation of the elect. And ultimately the rest of the nation of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So the Most High is not slack concerning that promise, man. That promise that was given to Abraham through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that is still going to occur. Okay, we're still going to inherit the land. We're still going to inherit all the blessings that the Most High has set up for us from the beginning. You know, what does it say? It's your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom of heaven. Roughly paraphrasing. But latter in, we know about the destruction coming. He's not slack concerning that promise. Go ahead.
As some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Yep. Go ahead.
But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Right, because a lot of times too, people find themselves getting caught up. You know, that's what brothers push as well. Don't get caught up in this present world. This thing is going. Everything that you're looking at, literally, as I'm speaking, everything that I'm looking at is going to be burnt up. You know, our spirits are getting beamed up. You know what I'm saying? We getting beamed up. You ain't bringing this flesh on the chariot, man. You know, nigga 5'6" in the chariot with a crown. No. You gotta upgrade, bro. You know what I'm saying? New bodies. We're gonna receive new bodies. Everything you're looking at. Everything you're thinking about. Your job, your woman, you know, if your woman, especially if your woman's wicked. All right. But all this shit, man. Everything that the Most High don't want, he's gonna just get rid of. Go ahead.
Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of God, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements
How the true.
Yeah, we good. Slack it.
Okay.
Like everybody and their damn daddy want to call me now. What's up?
When I hear it, put it on focus, huh?
Yeah, I'm about to do that.
Because then nothing will pop up.
That shit.
That's what I do when I do my lessons. I just put it on focus. But what I was saying, when you read these, when you hear and listen and read these scriptures, and you read them over and over, this is about to blow up. And you know the return of Yahweh Shai is coming. Are you prepared for that? Do you believe that what am I doing is pleasing to the Lord? Especially with rebuke, man. Jay got to understand rebuke when a brother's trying to actually tell them something. Now, I've had my shorts. I had my short end of the stick. But you got to understand and you got to remember the scriptures. Remember what Yahweh Shai said. You know? Because you don't want to be that guy where when all hell breaks loose and you're calling the Lord and he's telling you, I don't know you, man. Because you were bullshit. You were half-assing. You weren't taking heed to the counsels. You were out of order. You were being a demon. You were being a nigga, a coon, or whatever you were doing. You don't want to be in that hot seat, man, because what the results? It results to death. All right, go ahead. Is there more on that? No. Was it on that? Ayuab, you got? Oh, Lawyer, you got something?
I do, but the spirit kind of changed. So.
Okay, kind of. That's cool. Ayuab, you got something?
Yeah, I got something.
Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy 2 and verse 4. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life,
Right.
that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier.
Mm-hmm. And we gotta be soldiers for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. We can't let the entanglement of this world affect your walk. You know, you gotta bite down on the whole. The scripture said you gotta eat the whole. Simply, you gotta eat the whole roll, man. Not a little bit of sacrifice here and a little sacrifice. You know, you gotta sacrifice everything. You know, you might lose sleep. You're gonna lose sleep. You might lose a job. You're gonna lose a job. You might lose your woman. You're gonna lose things, man. The scriptures say you must have patience, and patience it goes into suffering. What we just grabbed, because in the scripture they're talking about going to long suffering. You're gonna suffer. You're gonna go through it, man. But what is that gonna do? That's gonna make you a better soldier for Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Don't forget, bro. You paying off what you've been doing. We're paying the spiritual tag off, man. That's a lot of spiritual money that we got to pay Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai back. You know what happens when you go in depth in this society. Esau kicks your fucking ass. You're through. Your credit score goes down. You backed up on cash. You can't get accepted anywhere because they're looking at your credit history. You're going through it. That's how it is with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. What's that scripture? Going to that scripture, you know, when you're catching hell, you're bastards. You're bastards and not sons. I forgot how it went. Somebody grab that real quick if you don't mind. They got to understand what he's involved in, man. Yeah, chastisement. You know, I forgot what it was at. You know, you got to understand what you're in for. You got to understand what you're fighting for, man. It's not going to be a cakewalk. Yahweh Shai didn't have to go through a cakewalk. Apostle Paul didn't go through a cakewalk. Apostle Peter, John, they did not. All these great men didn't have a cakewalk in this truth. You got men that got sawed in half, and you're over here mad because you didn't get to go to sleep on the time that you wanted to go to sleep. Suck it up. Go ahead. Whoever got it, go ahead.
All right, Hebrews 12, starting at verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation. It says, ye have forgotten. Ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children, my son. Despise not thou the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons.
Who's catching hell, bro? And it's okay. That's a good thing. Catching hell is truly good. You should really be scared if a brother's never rebuking you. You should be scared if Satan don't hop on you and he tells you that you're always right. You know, not telling you the opposite. There's something wrong. We were talking about that earlier. There's something wrong with that, man.
I get shit. Yesterday, I got scared because which ended up happening anyways. But I'm like, Man, this day going too smooth, goddamn. Something about to happen,
You're gonna have your good days, but there's a balance, like you
yeah,
said.
right.
You're gonna have, but there's also gonna be the bad days. Don't start losing hope and getting upset because you're having a rough day. Read the scriptures. Talk to brothers. Do a lesson. Pray. Fast. Are Jake doing these things? Go ahead.
Yep. For what son is he? Damn. It's like it. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons.
You should be scared when that happens, man.
Yeah,
Your day is just too damn smooth all the damn day, every fucking day. No bullshit. You had a perfect month. What the hell is a perfect month?
What's a perfect week?
What's a perfect week?
A perfect couple days.
No.
Best time we got is during the weekend with the brothers.
Yeah.
Even then, Satan still tries to hinder that.
Yeah, you go like the weekends go super.
Yeah. The weekends go by fast, and then if especially when we travel, you know, if he knows you about to go out of town, and that's the beauty of it too, though, because I know every time when I'm about to go out of town, you know, like last weekend going to Memphis, it's always some shit. You know, Satan gonna fuck with you in some type of way to try to hinder it, but the spirit overpowers, so it just don't work.
It's small.
And that's how you know you're gonna have a great weekend through the spirit, man. You're gonna get a whole lot of knowledge, and ultimately have a great time with brothers, man. Because it ain't like, you know, brothers know, man, we ain't just sitting up reading scriptures all the time and you know, things like that. There's chicken involved and drink, okay. But it's all in righteousness. You said what?
I was like, maybe a woman.
Right, you know what I'm saying? You might go dabble in some shit, you know, hitting establishment, but it's all it's all balanced and it's all through the spirit. We know we not out doing nigga shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they have a false interpretation of what the truth is really about because they might only see one part of it. They might only see the fellowship part and expect that, oh, them niggas just getting together to eat chicken. No, there's actually spiritual combos and breaking down of certain scriptures going on. Actually, the majority of what the fuck we talking about. You can only talk about basketball and hoes for so long. It gets to a point to where you have to, the spirit taps in somewhere. You can be talking about these things and be like, you know what, that's why these niggas gotta go. The destruction, get this precept, and then this the breakdown of this, and so on and so forth. And through this, just talking through the spirit. This is how the spirit works, man. A lot of brothers don't understand how the spirit is working.
Right. And then you have the opposite side of it.
Right.
Certain guys,
thinking it's just
see the class or the lesson, and they think it's always about a breakdown being brought out or some spiritual knowledge, and they never just want to actually just hang out with the brother.
So they get they get offended with the, you know, because both aspects of that, you get offense to that. On the guy that, you know, just sees the fellowship, he gets offended when the scripture brought up. We're supposed to be chilling, not. And then on the other side, you know, he gets offended when you crack a cold one. He hear one, you know, when you open that can or that bottle opener or the cork, he like, oh hell no. He's losing it.
You know what I'm about to say? I ain't drinking all the goddamn time.
He's gonna lose it because they're not balanced. Can somebody grab Proverbs 11? You know, ultimately because he's not balanced. Go ahead.
I just had this quick one for the hell, if that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead.
1 Corinthians 10 and 13. And I'm gonna get it in the New Living Translation. And it says the temptations in your life are no different from what others experience. And God is faithful. He will not allow the temptation to be more than you can stand. When you are tempted, he will show you a way out so that you can endure.
Yeah, Most High's going to always provide a way for us to get out.
But then too, because we were talking about the lone wolf spirit, but it just said what you're going through is no different than anybody else. So you trying to put yourself in this box. Nobody understands. Nigga, everybody understands because everybody's going through the same fucking thing that you are.
And the thing is,
because we're all in hell.
right. And the thing is, you don't talk. We're not telling you to tell us everything you do from dusk to dawn, but you don't say anything that a brother could possibly help you with that situation, whether it's a scripture, maybe money, or fixing something, whatever, because you don't say shit, bro. And that's the problem that a lot of people don't understand. They don't talk, man. There's different levels of pride. And if you just sit there and isolate yourself, that's part of I'm beyond that lone wolf spirit is off, man. You're off.
With the is he an elder? Should possibly. The brother in Chicago that you had mentioned that did that video.
Brother, I believe he is an elder.
Yeah.
He's been in for a very long time.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he's
he might be like a year or two shy, if that. You know. Yep. Yeah, you mentioned that, man. Ultimately, that's we're in a time of unison, man. You know, the Most High has a spirit. He has a major spirit of separation. You don't want to be put. You don't want to be separated on the wrong side. Simply put, he's separating the righteous from the wicked, and you don't want to get caught up in the wicked side. Because the wicked niggas, they think they got it all. And they think they know it all. So they gonna know it all the way to a missile. But the righteous gonna get together, you know what I'm saying, join together as one, support each other, be brotherly, okay? And that's gonna be the end all be all of it, man. We're coming into treacherous times, bro. We have to tap into this to the spirit and see what Yahweh Shem Shai is truly requiring of us in these latter days, man. Speaking to myself first and foremost. All right. Because ain't nobody coming with these lessons and none of these things with the mindset of I'm perfect and I'm just setting up this YouTube channel to cuss you niggas out on a daily basis. I'm through without Yahweh Shem Shai. And so are you. So we're gonna figure this out together as a unit. You know what I'm saying? Teamwork make the dream work, baby.
I'm making mistakes just like you, bro. It may be different. Situation may be different, but we both trying to fix ourselves together and get our houses in order. That's the point of helping each other. You know, the scriptures do say, seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's going into what you're supposed to be doing in this truth.
Yeah, because you can't hand walk a brother to the kingdom. Yeah. You can't hold a brother hand all the way to your house shot come back.
Brother, if you do your videos, I shouldn't have to be doing that.
You can't hand walk a brother to the kingdom, man. Yeah. When he falls, you pick him up. But if that nigga say, I'm good right here, he good right there. Yeah. You leave his ass right where the hell he at.
No more Pampers, no more baby formula. It's time to grow up now. You know, on the bigger and better things. No more pull-ups. You know.
I got a lesson set up too. I still got to get some precepts for it, but essentially, we don't need to be like Kwame Brown. You know, that nigga was a top draft prospect or whatever the fuck the word is, and the nigga just fucking immediately. Nigga was trash. So he went from 100 to 0. Yeah, he was a bust. Yep. You know, I mean, what is a bust in the league terms? Nigga ain't worth shit. Here it is. He's this high draft prospect. Yeah, he has the potential, but the nigga just trash. You actually put him into the game, and he's garbage. He ain't worth a damn. That nigga traded 8 shit. Hell, that nigga damn near went through the whole NBA. So you don't want to be a Kwame Brown through the spirit. You just threw, or you start out great and then you just flatline. As the Apostle Ramlov, he did a lesson. I think it was him. about fumbling on the 1 yard line, man.
You don't want to be a blue rose either.
Yeah, blowing your kneecaps.
I mean, explosive as hell and you're great, but the play style you have isn't built to last.
You got to be mindful of your landings.
You got to pace yourself.
That nigga wasn't mindful of the way he was landing. That nigga was doing all that It was great highlights.
You gotta bring.
But the nigga knees.
You gotta bring something to the table that's permanent. That's going to permanently make the body better. It's a temporary thing that you bring. As soon as that temporary thing runs out, the Lord is going to discard you.
Yep.
Go ahead and get the precepts.
Yeah, cool. We about to.
Well, you got something?
Yeah. So I got this Proverbs 3 dealing with how the Lord deal with you. I'll read it. Proverbs 3 and 11 is neither be weary of his correction. For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father. So basically, did I cut out?
Block it, brother.
Yeah, cut out.
Start over reading that again because it blurred out.
That's Salaki. That's been throwing me off. Anyway. Proverbs 3 and 11. It says, "My son, despise not the chastising of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction." Verse 12 it says, "For whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth." So, you're not supposed to despise the chastisement. Whatever you're going through, that's the Lord dealing with you, because you his son, we his sons. So you're not supposed to despise it. Just go through it.
Yeah. Exactly, man.
And if he didn't love you, he wouldn't deal with you. Sloppy.
Nah, Con, you got it. You good, brother.
Yeah. I had another one too from earlier.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
This was that 1 Corinthians 6. Because basically going in what Malachi was saying. I started 2. It says, "Do you not know?" Damn. Actually, I started verse 1. It says, "Dare any of you having a matter against another?" Did I cut out?
No.
Okay. This 1 Corinthians 6, starting at verse 1, says, "Dare any of you having a matter against another go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints? Do you not know that the saints shall judge the world?" So we're coming into a time of where Lord will, we're the ones that's going to judge the world with Yahweh Shema Shai. So we got to judge matters, whether they're small to the greatest. It says, "And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matter?" So you got to take that into consideration. Like what the brothers are going into, when it comes to correction, you got to judge. You got to get proper judgment. You got to know how to move. We can be like how rulers are of the world. Can't be like Esau Edom. Well, how he deal with judging. Nigga don't judge. He just say how he want this to be done. That's how it's gonna be done. But that's not lawful. But yeah,
He'll do a whole round. He'll do a whole turnaround. Like, for example, with these cops, they supposed to enforce the law, right? But they don't even apply it themselves. They tell you don't do a U-turn. And this nigga did like 5 U-turns in the same highway as you. This nigga keep turning around. You keep getting that nigga.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to be known as a hypocrite. Because this nigga Esau, he's a big-ass hypocrite, man. So you don't want to tell a brother, "Hey, you got to do this," and then you not even doing it. You need to fast, and you ain't fasting.
Well, you good.
Right. Over here stuffing your face every fucking day, being gluttonous as hell. You don't want to be that guy, man.
Pray.
Yeah, pray. And he ain't prayed in a week. He ain't prayed all day. You telling him, "Yeah, you just gotta pray." Nigga, you pray. The hell? You don't want to be that guy, man. That's a big scary thing, because the Lord will clip your ass for that shit. And you gotta be even more scared, because, and brothers say all the time, the Lord don't gotta get you right here and there, man. He don't gotta get you today. He don't gotta get you next week. He don't gotta get you next month. The Lord can save you all the way into the missiles through. You take the chip through. Take that in consideration, man. Go ahead. You want to say something?
I was just saying, save them to the day of judgment.
Yeah, that's the even scarier part. You're thinking the whole time, oh, I'm doing what's right. I'm doing what's right. I'm doing what's right. Deceiving yourselves. But you're over here, when people are looking at you, you're just bugging out and acting in complete madness. Like these other guys that get kicked out or slander or whatever, they think in their mind they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're bugging the fuck out. They're being told that they're bugging the fuck out and still living in denial. Don't be that guy, man. There's something very scared. That's a scary ass spirit to be in. Was that it on that, lawyer? Or you had another one?
I got one more.
Go ahead.
This is damn. I got two more.
You good?
Not Second Corinthians. Second Ezra 14, and I'm gonna start at. I get the main point. 14. It says, "Let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, and put off now the weak nature." And it says, "And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times." So you got to be worried about, the times we're coming into. You putting off the weak nature. You worried about your bills and bullshit. But really need to be worried about salvation. How you gonna make it out? What you gonna do to make it out? Well, really, you can't do nothing except for praise the Lord. And hope that you elect. And put the work in.
Don't even worry about how you're gonna get out. Just tell yourself, I am gonna get out. You don't need to meditate on what the scripture say. You don't meditate on what to say, like when you're brought up to the synagogues. There ain't nothing to talk about. You understand the assignment. Just know, look, Yahweh Shema Shai gonna make a way. Even if I gotta die, the Lord gonna make a way, man.
Abinawa got us.
Abinawa got us, man.
Father in heaven.
No. But Ayuab, you got something?
I got that Proverbs 11 that you call for, as well as another one.
If the brothers ain't got anything else, we can go ahead and close it. Brothers, Lloyd, you got something else after that or not?
No, it's okay.
All right, y'all brothers got anything else? All right, we'll end it with last precept that Ayuab got and the other two. Go ahead.
Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight.
You don't want to do too much and you don't want to do too little. You want to have a perfect balance. Go ahead.
You want me to get verse 2? Or
that next precept, that's really the point. You can read down to 3, I believe, but just get, just the point.
Okay. Ecclesiastes or Sirach 2 and verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Prepare to go through things. Prepare to suffer. All right? When you first came to the truth, you got that sweet. It was sweet. It was like, oh, yeah, you're getting so much good. But now you get into the bitter. Later on down that you're getting into the truth, you're starting to get hit with that bitter. Family looking at you weird. Your job found out you were an Israelite. People that you used to talk to make fun of you. And it's different, that type of aspects. The list goes on and on. But that's part of that bitter. And there's a lot of Jakes that don't understand that bitter part. Yeah, they get, everybody love the sweet. Ooh, it tastes so good. Ooh, it's so good. But then when that bitter comes, this ain't what I signed up for. Side job. Yeah, brother, I got to do 3 videos a week. I ain't signed up for this shit, man. Big ass. Then Jake started getting feeble because it's a little too hard. Grow up, man. The Lord told you that you're going to be changed and brought through a lower state. You're going to have your hard times, man. Just deal with it. You're still in the truth. You still can call the names. You're good.
Like that spirit too, brothers being brought up a lot. But the elder brother, but he's saying, you got nothing to lose with what you're giving up. And really when you think about it, the Lord put it in like a hypothetical way. The Lord came up to you when you were walking home after school or whenever, just putting in a situation. And he said, if you give me $5, in X amount of years, I'll come back with 500 quadrillion. And it's all going to be yours. That's essentially what we've been given. You're not really giving up anything. Because if you watch, because Ayuab sent that video which definitely got to watch it. You're not giving up shit. You ain't got nothing going here. Regardless if you came this truth or not, this shit's still gonna be destroyed.
Nigga, you was a loser, and are, and still are, and still is.
But now you have a reason to lose.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? Niggas was losers. We didn't have, like the brothers, we didn't have shit going. There wasn't nothing going on for ourselves. Nigga had dreams and aspirations and some black ass Keisha bitch at the crib. You didn't have nothing going. You didn't have no type of luxurious lifestyle to where you was just winning, but you gotta give up.
You didn't have plans for
Yeah.
You weren't in Drake's position. You weren't in Future's position.
No, you had, like I said, dreams and aspirations at KFC, meaning you wasn't going nowhere. Ain't no nigga coming out of KFC. That nigga gonna be the manager, and that's it.
Don't forget you was sleeping on your auntie's.
All right, that's the highest you gonna get, bro. So you wasn't doing shit, man. And so, like the brother said, here it is, your house shot coming at you and presenting you with a once in a lifetime. All them niggas with them schemes, them pyramid schemes, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. This is literally a once in a lifetime opportunity. And some men still find a way to frown at it. I don't know. I'm skeptical. Well, skeptical your ass into a missile, man.
You can't stomach the bitter. You know, because if you can't stomach the bitter, you're not ready.
But that's the thing, bro. We've been losing.
Right.
You just feeling it now because you in the spirit.
Yeah.
Right.
You didn't feel it before because you're that weed, nigga.
You're in the earth.
Nigga was in blunts and whatever other drugs Jake was taking. So that's why you had no type of spirituality. That's why you didn't feel that shit. Now you in the spirit, so you feel that shit. So now it's like, oh, this shit sucks. The what is it? The wise in the house in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Now you feel it. Damn, I gotta do this daily. Fuck.
I was talking something earlier, but I was talking about, stuff going on the earth and you need a job and shit. I was like, I'm getting tired of this shit.
It's easy to be a nigga. It's so easy to be a nigga. But to tap into the spirit of Yahweh Shemashai and be a man of the Lord, it's very difficult. It's a straight gate.
It's get harder.
And we have to understand that. So Rock 2-1, look at what you signed up for. You didn't have to, you did not have to keep watching the videos. You didn't have to keep watching the videos. You could have been like them niggas that we talk about. Y'all ain't got it. And just keep walking with Eve. Winning the earth. Right. Eve with weave. So you could have kept walking, winning the earth. Ultimately, you would have died to death and had your shame in the kingdom. But now you're going to get beat twice because you know what's expected of you, man.
What the movie Shad of Compton when Eazy was talking to what was that fucking kike ass name? What was it? Jerry Heller?
Yeah,
Jerry Heller was saying to him, he was like, if it's too much, he's like, if it's too much to handle, then get out of here. Believe what he told him. It's too much. Get the fuck out of Hell's Kitchen. No.
Brothers, got anything else?
I had 2 more verses, if that's okay.
Okay. Oh yeah, come on, go ahead. We'll close on that.
Ecclesiasticus 2:2. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Right, cleave unto him. Said make not haste in the time of trouble. Don't pray for the situation to be over. Pray to get through it. A strong mindset is going to pray for the strength to get through it. You want to, a man is going to want to get through it. A bitch nigga is going to want to get out of it.
Right.
And now that goes with, what I'm saying, nonetheless, we in the flesh. And yeah, we don't want to go through these things. But we know that the Most High ultimately has a will. Right.
Right mind
Wants to
want to get nailed to a cross.
Right.
Yeah, Howard Shy was like, if it, you let this pass.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, whatever your will is, Father, whatever your will is, I'm down. And he ain't get no answer. It was like, damn. Like, I gotta do this.
The scripture say it pleased the Most High to put him up on that cross.
Yeah.
Judgment, you know, that pleased the Most High.
One of the biggest reasons, well, because Howard Shah is perfect, so he wasn't prideful, very humble and meek, came as a lamb. One of the big reasons that probably motivated him to be humble was he knew that in order to be the second of all time, to be on that high level, he needed to go through straight fucking hell.
But see, so look at his mindset. Because he had the power to stop all of that shit, but he followed the will of his Father because he knew the positioning that he would have upon completing that.
And then he did it for his brothers.
So
and then Apostle Paul, he said, "I endure all things for the elect."
Right, and so now we have to do the same thing. We spoke about it earlier. We're going to be joint heirs with. I'm gonna say it slowly. Joint heirs with Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, meaning we are going to run everything just like he is. Underneath him, we are going to be gods on the earth. Go ahead.
2 Timothy 2:11-12. It is a faithful saying, for if we be dead with him, we shall also live with him. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. If we deny him, he also will deny us.
Yeah, so it's the same thing. You know, if you suffer with him, you're going to reign with him. But if you deny him, he's going to deny you. That only makes sense. If you go around saying, well, I don't know him, okay, well, then I don't know you either, Nick.
That's the scary part.
Go ahead. Well, that was it. You know, we got to suffer with Yahweh Shai to reign with Yahweh Shai. I guess Jake has to go and read the New Testament again. Read the Gospels again, because apparently we're forgetting the aspect of what Yahweh Shai had to go through. We're forgetting that he had to fucking suffer and didn't bitch or complain not once. We're nowhere near Yahweh Shai before a nigga get to getting on the comment board. Okay? What I'm saying is we need to take or add the mindset of Yahweh Shai to us, to our spirit, to our mind. That's how we need to walk. We need to put on Yahweh Shai walking through the valley of the shadow of death.
The scriptures say, seek ye the old paths. That's part of the old paths.
That is the path. That's the ultimate path.
Well,
He's the door.
Well, that is the ultimate path.
Yeah,
But
I know. Yeah, yeah, that's the door. You know, a lot of you niggas still trying to use the goddamn that you don't use no more from 2016 to open the door. No, just, nigga, turn the knob, bro.
It's valid to 2019. We're in 2023.
Yeah, turn the knob, bro.
It's time to order a new car.
Nah, it's time to go in the right way. You coming in the other way, you a thief and a robber, man. You know. But was that it on that, Iowa?
No, that was it.
Okay. We're going to wrap this up, man. Lord's with us is edifying to the elect. Before we close, once again, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh.
All
right, double honors to the apostles once again, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and taught us this truth. Okay, the true leaders of Israel today, whether you receive it or not, peace, much love, and salutations to those who elect. To the next lesson, shalom.
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 Yeah.